The Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8.
Okay, ready?
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Okay.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Ready, set.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46?
Get set, get set. Razor. Ready.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And the Canes will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Looking for a block. It's Watkins. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
Gator spark. Lasso.
They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. At the 35, he's loose. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it. They did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
On the set.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
42 Spider.
They'll ride the hot hand. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Moves.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there and pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Ready, ready.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Ready.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Here we go. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Okay, ready.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert.
Razor, razor. Gorilla, gorilla. Cricket. Ready, ready.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Okay.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength.
Cobra. Ready, ready.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Igloo.
Now on the move. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Spider.
Just going to keep it after the snap. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Hurricanes will try to pick it up on 4th down.
Pound 55 weak. Double right.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Ready?
After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short.
Green 25. Black 24. Black 24.
Using his legs, it's Wiggins. Runs through the tackle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Firing to the right, complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
toss to the outside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Okay, ready?
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42.
Here we go.
Looking to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Okay.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down.
Lizzie. Alert. Go.
They'll try to pick up the first. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Got it.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
Let's. Slab.
From the gun, the ground game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Ready.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Easy. Ready.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year, and that has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated. They better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
I'll tell you, got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On third down, going up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a...
And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Offense set on first down. Handoff from the gun. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll line up for a second down play. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking for room, it's Wiggins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
Got it.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Cobra.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Cut. Check. Roll it. Ready, go.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On second down, they'll take to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now he's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Martinez on the carry. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On the set.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Second and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Robinson. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Okay, ready?
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for the score! And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made.
Okay.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Cut it. Ready.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He'll try to get it through the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it.
29 Philly.
Try to get it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
In the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Black 24. 3.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Read up. Easy. Ready.
On the move, it's Martin. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Set. Hut.
To the air, it's Howard. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Rebels! What a catch and run for 6. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 15 over Iowa. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The offense set for a first down play. The give to the tailback. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To throw, it's Howard. Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
Lasso! Lasso!
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Lasso! Acorn!
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength.
Come on!
Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Ready up.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's right on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Snap in the shotgun. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The offense starts with a short field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
691, Gator Smart.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Easy. Gaucho. Slide
Quarterback
22.
will audible.
Slide 22. Flip. Acorn.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Got a man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
In blue! In blue! Belly stutter! Ready?
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter.
Ready?
Now
set,
facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
ready!
They'll give it to the back. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
On the
And the
double.
Canes are marching down the field.
Spider!
The give to the lone running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's second and 1.
Set.
A run for the quarterback. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Ready up!
And the Canes will have it first and 10.
Pound 55 weak!
Here comes the option. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Second down coming up.
2-9 Philly!
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
On the set.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
Let's go!
They're getting this guy lathered up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Cut it! Cut it! Green 25!
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Howard. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Canes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 9 over Iowa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
4-2 Spider.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Wiggins. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking to scramble. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Cricket.
To the air, it's Howard. Right down the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Now the play fake. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side.
Ready?
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense.
Come on, set. Arrow. Ready?
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Watkins. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear.
Running toward the tape. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And they took a shot. I like it. Make the big play. Once you start getting closer to the goal line, you start running out of space, Jesse. Now, this big play down in the red zone in a scoring position.
Yeah, and it was a nice job, too, David, of the quarterback letting the coverage dictate where he threw the football. That wasn't a force. That wasn't a predetermined decision. That time, he was looking at the safeties. He was reading whether it was zone or man. He found his matchup, and here they go. Now they've got the ball down in the red zone.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They try to get it outside on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
And, guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. This almost certainly to win the game.
Ready, set.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Nerves of steel, right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot.